Hi, I'm Barry Sahajian, and today I'm going to show you how to extend your bass lines using advanced alternative fingerings that will change the way you play forever. It did for me. Have you ever heard that term that everything was going so well and then life happens? It happened to me. And what happened is I injured my finger, and it was pretty bad. It looked terrible, but at first my fingers were numb. I couldn't move them, and I was really concerned and all stressed out. Am I ever going to be able to use my two fingers again on my left hand? This was disturbing. So I said, I'm just going to play and keep it loose and see what happens. See if I can make it functional again, which I did. And it worked out pretty well. I was playing. I played about 3 hours one day, which was kind of risky, and it was bleeding all over the place, and it was pus, and it looked like I was going to lose my whole hand. So I decided there must be another way I can get around this. So I said I'll stop playing altogether. So after my first day stopping playing, I went out of my mind because I wanted to keep in shape, and I had all kinds of ideas I wanted to execute. So I said, well, let me look at this logically. I have 3 fingers that are functioning. The middle finger was in tough shape for a day or two, but it came back and I got full functionality. It's a little stiff. So I decided, well, let me see what I can do with just 3 fingers. I mean, think about Django Reinhardt, who had the same problem. He couldn't use the last 2 fingers, the ring and the pinky. If you've listened to Django Reinhardt, he's a ferocious guitar player with only 2 fingers. It's one of those phenomenal things that he was never forgotten for. And it wasn't only that it was astonishing that he could play with 2 fingers. He played well, beautiful ideas. I said to myself, let me start out with a major scale, see what I can do with that. So, okay, first 2 notes in the position of an A major scale, which is 4th position. I'm going to play the major scale and see what happens. So I play the first 2 notes, and that's perfectly normal. That's the way you would play it, even if the finger wasn't injured. But I have no index finger to use, so what do I do when I go to the 3rd? Right now I'm going to the 3rd, the C sharp, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shift positions to the 3rd position. And here I am, and playing with my 2nd finger. And I have to get to the 5th now, so what I'm going to do is use a stretch from the 3rd finger to the 4th finger. So far what we have is, in position, shift positions, 3rd position, stretch to the 5th between the 3rd and 4th finger, then shift positions, and stretch to the 7th degree right here, and then we play the octave. And this is what we have. Stretch, shift, stretch, that doesn't sound much different from when I play it with the positions and without an injured finger. But the reason I'm telling you this, and the lesson I like to teach out of this is those techniques I use all the time to go across the neck smoothly. And instead of jumping from position to position up the neck, which is traditional, always stay in position, it's much smoother if you use shifts and stretches, and you can go all the way up the neck. I've achieved being able to go right across the neck from here to here. One thing I realized as I was exploring using the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, playing a major scale, is that it opened up opportunities, and I already used that type of line when I play jazz scales, because jazz scales add an extra note that always goes out of position. So you have to do something about that. You have to do either a stretch or a pivot, the way I see it. So I took those 2 elements and used them here. I'd like to show you those now. So on the bebop scale, there's 1 added note, and that will be the flat 6. But the thing is, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can add the note here, in the case of A, which is the flat 6 here, or you can add it higher up the neck, same note. So I'm going to show you both ways, and let's take a look at it right now. So that is from the lower side. That would be the F on the major scale, which would be the flat 6. Now let's try it from the higher side. That works out pretty nice. I like the way that feels, actually. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I appreciate your participation, and I thank you for that. And I might ask that you please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of the videos yet to come, like and comment, and I'll put some of these things on my Patreon page where you can download them. And I hope to see you again.